Hey, how you doing? I'm coming back to you again with another video for Truck Driver Nation. This is going to be for everybody that's interested in driver recruiting. People say, well, I'm interested in it. And we try to explain what it is, but I don't think people quite catching it. And I don't really know why, because this is probably the most simplest aspect of logistics as there is that carriers, trucking companies need drivers. So you just get the profile for that given carrier, right? And you send it because that driver's going to say, well, I need this. And you have the profiles and you say, okay, this is going to be the match for you. And you go through and you explain the match. And once you get done explaining it, then you tell the driver, okay, well, do you want to, go with this option? I mean, if it's not the right option, then please let me know. We'll keep on looking because if I don't have nothing that's going to fit your requirements, well, why should I even put you with the carrier? Because the carrier's trusting that I'm doing my 100% as a driver recruiter to get them the best drivers suitable for their given equipment, their routes, whether it's local, regional, over the road, whatever it might be. So, anyways, looking right here, this is what you can actually look at making. If you're lower than this is 0 to 2 years, 55 to 65. But if you're lower than that, then we need to readdress what you're doing. You may not have the people skills or have developed those people skills to be able to talk to these drivers because drivers are a little bit precarious. Some of them are just regular old people. They haven't been jaded out yet. And I'm not saying jaded out in a bad way because truckers, we're so independent because we've been by ourselves for so long. We don't even hardly get to see our families through the life of our career. And it's what we chose. We wanted that solitude life. And it's not completely just like, you're in confinement, but we want to see the country. We don't like sitting still. And even now, as I've came off the truck and I've gotten to the office, it's really hard. I spent a lot of money just getting out of the house and moving around because I can't take it. But thing is, I don't want to be on the truck because it's a lot of responsibility being on a truck, and you're in competition with the market and everything, and it's not a bad thing because the market has taken care of me. It's paid me good money. But when you're actually working as a recruiter, it's a little bit different because you're talking to these same people and you're putting them in the same situation that, let's say, for example, if you're a driver that I used to be in. And so you have to respect them and make sure that you're getting the best quality position for them. Now, whether they got a job history, because you'll see their job history and everything to see what they've done in their past, and that really will paint a picture. But once you get their profile and it's matched with that, then you'll need their driver's license, their medical card, get them to fill out a 10th Street application in most cases, because most people use 10th Street, and then get them processed through that given carrier safety department. Make sure, and you're just following them through. Make sure they get on the airplane. Make sure they get the orientation. Make sure they get to their hotel. Make sure they get their truck and the trailer, and make sure that it was what they expected. And the whole thing is, I'm like this. If you get there and you don't like it, well, just tell me. Because you already wasted money and time getting there, but that was your choice, and I give you a clear picture of what you're stepping into. I don't hold it back. I just let you know. Because you either want to go to work or you don't gonna want to go to work. If you don't want to go to work and you don't want to be on a truck, well, you know what? That's a good sign that you need to let me know that you need something totally different. If you don't want to be on a truck, I mean, this is right here is where I teach freight dispatching. Then let me know. Do you want to be a freight agent? Is that what you want to do? Then let me know. Do you want to be a freight dispatcher recruiter? Then let me know. But the whole thing is being a driver recruiter is its own particular niche, and you got to do a lot of advertisement because you got to generate leads, and also you got to be able to deal with the carriers. Now, if you're working with my company, you don't have to worry about none of that. I give you all that stuff so that way you can, move forward in a reasonable manner to make sure that you're doing your best and getting the overall financial results that you should. But with 2 years plus, you should be looking at 67 and 90,000 and build your own staffing agency. That's 175,000 up. Now, when you're doing this, people say, oh, no, 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 I can't make it. Just because they can't do it, okay. If you're going to follow and let somebody else's momentum put you in that given state of mind, then you're probably already in trouble. Don't let nobody regulate what you and put you on a rein. The kid says, well, I can't go but so far. You go as far as you want. You need to diversify your thinking and understand. Oh, excuse me, it was a long night. But understand that this You can do as much as you want with this. I mean, I made good money doing this even while I was on a truck. I really kind of stayed in that 55,000 area when I was on a truck recruiting while I was actually on the road, because I didn't have all the hours that I needed to actually spend with people to make sure that we were actually getting them on with the right company. But anyways, let's move forward. So this right here is basically, you can go down through the website here and you can kind of see, what it's going to actually give you, and it gives you explanation about what you need. Now, the way I do it, for example, like for here, we actually go into leads and put some leads. So these here are leads that we actually, I just basically what I do is I just put the emails on here, and give me a second. So when I put these leads on here, I just either use the name or email. This is all I need. Outside of that, I don't need much else. What else we got? And because once you send them, I literally send a very simple message. Hey, are you still looking for a new driving position? How simple does it get than that? Okay. If they're not, I'm sorry. If they're not needing a new driving position, then what you need to take it from that point is, okay, if you're not needing a new driving position, then what are you needing? I mean, um, if you don't want to be going on the road, then hey, let me put you in where you can become a freight dispatcher. Because if you put them where they're coming to school with us, then obviously you make money off of it that way as well. We don't have no particular restriction on anything. You can basically be affiliate with us on all the other aspects, even though you're in one department. And that's what you're mainly concentrating on, because that's what I'm helping you out with. And you know, uh, and I'll show you how to get carriers and all that good stuff. And I can introduce you to a lot of people in the transportation industry, because I know a lot of people, just like you do. Um, it ain't that I'm doing anything special. It's just I've been in transportation for almost 30 years. So, of course, I know a lot of people. But anyways, when you're going through here, what else I wanted to show you real quick? Let me take a quick look. Um, let's see what we got. Make sure you whether you use an email. Now here, this is one thing I use. If you're going to actually do this, then you need to use, for example, you need to have you a good VoIP. Now I use Ring Central, okay? So when I'm using mine, I mean, I'll keep everything pretty much erase it so don't get bogged down. But when I use Ring Central, um, like say for example, give me 1 second. So this is my voice notes, my recordings. You can go back and find out. Like I use my recordings to remember what the hell was being said, because sometimes I get to moving so fast I don't have to take notes. I mean, don't have time to do it, right? But also under my notes, because for example, let's say, give me like right here. So I don't mean to let you see his phone number, but for example, I was assisting James finding a truck driving position and opportunities, right? So it keeps notes of what we had talked about. Um, for this particular truck and this particular person, I was offering it, and they were going to be dealing with Swift, um, for freight dispatching. So, it paid like 1,800 a week and everything. So I know what I've told him because AI keeps my notes. And you can put them in a transcribe them into a file and stick them in the folder if you want to. I just leave them in here because it'll keep conversation for every conversation. And this right here, this conversation lasted 18 minutes and 23 seconds. So I can kind of see how long my messages last. Let's go to another one. Like this one right here lasted 2 minutes and 59 seconds. He didn't have much to say. He was a graduate student and he needed a job. And so I said, well, I know what I've got because I know who I'm dealing with every day. So I said, well, let me look a little bit further so I can actually see exactly what you're needing. And as I find it, I've got a CRM that I actually go into, and it helps me keep track. Let me see if I got it and show you real quick. Give me one moment. Da, 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 da. And whether you're going to use Breezy or use whatever platform you're going to use, you can go through them and keep track of where you're at with your. Let's see, give me 1 second here because I got. Well, let's say da da da. and you put in Excel worksheets and all that good stuff. Put it in Excel worksheets and all that, and keep track of your clients. But also, now you got this one. I've got more than one phone line because I work for more than one carrier. Like this one right here, this is going to be dial pad. Um, and then I've got Nextiva. I use that one as well. Um, so when you're doing this, make sure you understand all the different platforms that you can use. And, even for, let's see if I got that on here, Ring Central. So when you're putting your ads out, put whatever you're going to put out. So like for this one, this is for freight dispatcher, right? So put your ads out, but you can have it so that it goes back to platforms that where you can retrieve your given whatever your subject matter was, so you don't have a hard time chasing them down. There ain't nothing like looking for something you've done, now you don't know where you put it. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. But anyways, I just wanted to give this as a short note on what it is to be a driver recruiter, because a lot of people are apparently having a hard time with the whole driver recruiter concept. And that's fine and dandy. But, just make sure that, you come to the website, you visit us at truckdrivernation.com and it's to look over everything. If you're going to be a freight dispatcher, you're going to be a recruiter, you're going to be a freight agent, whatever it might be. Just let me know and we can help you out. But this is for understanding how to be a recruiter. I hope that helped you out a little bit, but you're talking to truck drivers, right? They're not hard to deal with. They just need a job. And your job is just basically to make sure that they're getting to that given job that you get them lined up for. But anyways, just let me know, get back with me, and we can go over it. And you can come to Truck Driver Nation website and be able to find how to contact me. Easy as peasy, right? Right here. You can literally find it in this scroll. You just hit contact us, and it's got all the phone numbers and everything to get a hold of us. And it gives our business hours and all that good stuff. But or even go back to the home page. If you come to the home page, just go to the bottom. And right here, it's got the same information. So they've got 2 points where you can contact us through here in case, just kind of sure that you find out how to engage us. But just let me know, and we can help you out and I can explain more to you if you need that. But anyways, I appreciate your time. I hope you learned something. And spend some time on the website. There's a lot to be offered here for that most people don't give you. So you don't have to worry about leads. You ain't got to worry about carriers. You ain't got to worry about all that mess. We give you everything. Uh, and so your overall thing is just to deal with the owner operators or the truck drivers and to help them get the particular carrier that they're wanting to go with. And obviously, we assist you till you get them going. And you really only have to deal when you're really dealing with this. You really only got to deal with roughly about 3 to 5 carriers. You get them, you learn them, you love them, right? That way you're not just going around and around. I do one that's either flatbed, maybe one that's dry van. Let me start over. One that's dry van, one that's reefer, one that's flatbed, and one that's step deck. And then another one is just a random. But I only need about 4 or 5 that I really deal with all the time because I've got a lot of carriers that you could deal with. But you only need those because if you're not getting the results for them, then it's a bad mix already. But you should be able to fit these folks wherever they're at. And just remember, if they really don't want to go to work, don't, you get 20% at bringing them on as a freight dispatcher trainee. And so if they don't want to go to work, don't push them. They don't want to go. They don't want to get off their butt and leave the house. I get it. In their mind, they know they need to, but in reality, they just don't want to go. And especially if they got SAP programs, they can become a dispatcher. So you're making $100, off of that with not even trying. You just give them to me, and if they end up signing up, you get $100, and I pay you instantly. There ain't no delay. So because some of the carriers require that you got a couple of weeks delay before they pay you for it because they got to make sure that they're actually showing up to that given trucking company. So, but anything you sell with me, as long as you're signed up as an affiliate with me, then you get paid to 20% of everything. But anyways, let me know. And, just spend some time with the website. And if you want to be a driver recruiter, then please let me know. We can get you helped out. Well, I appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't mean to lag on, but I hope you learned something. But if you need any assistance, please let me know. Have a great day. All right now.